Welcome back. You're watching the Late Night News on Ndtv-Hindu. A charge sheet has finally been filed against Dutch national Will Humes. Police in Chennai came under sharp criticism after a court freed him on bail because the police could not file a charge sheet within the mandatory time.
A charge sheet has been finally prepared against Dutch national Will Hume for sexually abusing children. If the charge is approved, Hume will be jailed for 7 years. Hume was arrested in Chennai last November after a tip-off from Interpol which found him uploading indecent pictures of children on the internet. A court freed him on bail because the police took too much time to file the charge sheet.
It is very wrong to say police took long time. Actually, we took quite early. If you take the cases in other countries and all, it takes quite a long time. It is not easy to get within 30 days, within 90 days and all, but we took sincere efforts and we could get the result. Much, I think, desired result is quite well. So that way we cannot say that we took long time.
Though a court freed Hume on bail, he remains in prison because he could not pay up a certain amount of money for his freedom. He has been charged with committing unnatural sexual offences, posting child pornographic content on the internet and kidnapping children.
So he is still inside the jail and now case has been charge sheeted. We got the PRC number also. So we'll ensure that while he is inside, that case is disposed.
Hume also faces a separate set of charges of sexually abusing children at an orphanage in Mahabalipuram in 2002.
30 years in India, 100 days in jail, but still unable to buy his way to freedom. It seems that the law has finally caught up with the man who was trying to hide behind the anonymity of the World Wide Web to propagate child pornography. But filing a charge sheet may only be the first step to punish Will Hume for his heinous crimes. In Chennai with camera person Sahai Raj Salim for Ndtv-Hindu.
Well, now as you can see, the police has defended its delay in filing a charge sheet. Now Sudha Ramalingam, senior advocate, spoke to us for more on that.
It's not very shocking to hear an officer telling this because of the reason that he cannot let down his police force, otherwise they will be demoralized. But definitely it is not true. The charge sheet ought to have been filed within time, and 90 days is a long period also. But the only problem is the police is given so much of other duty apart from crime investigation, like bandobast duty, that they seem to be very happy at the fact that they could file the charge sheet so soon, and it is not soon at all. Yeah, see, this is setting law into motion. So filing the charge sheet, which is actually is also called the final report, is the real phase in which the person has been accused, the person accused has been booked and charge sheeted before the competent court. Now the court will have to take it this case on its file. The magistrate will have to make over this case to the sessions court also, and the court will have to examine all the witnesses. The prosecution could very now clearly say that I've done my duty and it is up to the court to convict him or not. But I feel that at every stage we'll have to be vigilant, ensure that all witnesses are being produced before the concerned court also, and the magistrate also makes over the case immediately without any further delay to the sessions, and the case is taken up on a day-to-day basis. Justice delayed becomes justice denied, and another thing what happens is in these cases, if it's going to be too long, the witnesses would forget the sequence of events. They may not be telling the entire truth, which would eventually be helpful to the accused to get an acquittal.
Well, just to remind our viewers that Ndtv-Hindu has been conducting a campaign against child abuse, Justice for Children, following which this charge sheet has been filed. And Ndtv-Hindu Impact, well-known faces have come out in support of our campaign. Former Super Cop Kiran Bedi also voiced her opinion. This is what she had to say.
I urge you all to support Ndtv-Hindu for their campaign for safety towards children, for justice towards children. Join the campaign because we need to be together to protect our children, to ensure our children get their childhood. Our children really get their age of frolic, of fun, of learning, and of sense of security. So join Ndtv-Hindu in their campaign for justice for children.
Well, you heard her. If you would like to join us in our fight against child abuse, write in with your comments to feedback@ndtv-hindu.com. You can also call us or send us an SMS at 99413 222222. We will take your views to the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. It is high time the authorities know just how strongly we feel about child abusers being let off lightly. Moving on, it's a unique book to create awareness about animals. Author Nandita Krishnan, who is the honorary director of the C.P. Ramaswamy Iyer Foundation, has come out with a book to explain how important are animals for the ecology and how they help our lives. She explains that animals are a bridge between man and God and how significant they are in our lives.
The reason I wrote this book is because India has a tradition, a spiritual tradition, which few other countries have. And any movement should have both an intellectual base and an emotional base, and if possible a spiritual base, which we have in India. So I thought I'd put together all the stories, the myths and all about animals so that we know how useful they are.
Well, that's all on the late night news. You're watching Ndtv Hindu.